The NextGen Welcome Home series is presented by. The following episode is brought to you in part by Carrier, supporting the Rebuilding Together project and wishing the young family the very best and hope their new Carrier heating and cooling system will provide years of comfort. Welcome to the Welcome Home series. In this series, we will take you on a journey ending when a disabled American veteran and his family are presented the keys to a beautiful new home in the Phoenix, Arizona area. It took many organizations and companies to make this happen. The journey begins in Chandler, Arizona, where this special home was built at Champion Homes. Let's see how it's made.
Hi, my name is John Yerkabe. I'm the service manager for Champion Homes. I've been in this industry for 22 years, and I'm also a U.S. Army veteran. What we're looking at here today is a manufactured home, and it might be hard to believe because there's very little difference between what you see here and a site-built home. Champion Homes is very excited to be able to build a home for a disabled veteran. And what we're going to do today is I'm going to take you out into the plant to actually show you how this process works. As part of the first step, the I-beam that's used on the house will be identified and taken from its initial storage area and then loaded onto our jig. This is the framing jig where the frame is assembled. The frame is used to transport the house from the factory to its final location. And again, we build that out of the I-beam and install the axles and the hitch so that it can be hooked up to the transporter. After the frame is completed, it's lifted over into our paint booth. Here it's sprayed with a black paint as a rust protectant. When you look at this frame, you're possibly thinking and wondering how many wheels there are. We determine the number of wheels on our home by the weight and the size of the box of the home. We have as many as up to 6 or 7 axles on a home. The outriggers that you see sticking out are the fin that comes out from the I-beam that is attached to the floor joist to keep the home secure on this frame while it travels down the road. One thing to think about when you're looking at this frame is that what's particular to a manufactured home is that, again, this home is built in a plant and then transported from here to a final location. And because of that, this home has to be able to flex and give. So it's built a little bit different from a site-built home. As we move into the next station, the things that happen in this process are the bottom board is put on top of the frame, and then we cover the frame also with the insulation that will be underneath the floor. We just left our framing area, and the frame will actually leave the plant and come to the other side and meet our floor. In this area, we build our floor. It's put on our floor jig. Here, all the floor members are laid out, and the decking is put on top. In the next step of our process, the completed floor will then be lifted onto our plumbing tree. At this station, our floor ventilation, all our underfloor wiring, and all of our plumbing, both water and drain lines will be installed. Our homes get transported end to end where a hitch gets put on an end, but we can't build them that way going through the plant. So they actually go through the plant sideways. It's at this point of the production process where the frame is actually brought in and put on a carriage that will allow it to travel sideways through the plant. And then once the frame is on the carriage, we bring in the completed floor and attach it to the frame. And then what you'll see as you look down the line, during the next couple steps, the floor will be prepped for any type of flooring, any type of roll goods, and then it'll be covered to protect that flooring, and then we will bring in the walls from both sides of our production line. At this point in the production process, one thing that is unique is the amount of different areas that have to add things to the home. And because of the space they need to do their jobs, there's a lot of things that we call offline processes that take place. Here at this point is one of the first processes that take place. As you saw the home move in from having the flooring taken care of and covered for protection, this offline process is the sidewalls that are built for the exterior of the home. Here you see a wall on the jig that's covered, and then the holes are cut out for the doors, the windows. This particular cutout is for the water heater door on the exterior of the home.
Welcome home! Dekra roofing systems are manufactured in Corona, California, at a state-of-the-art manufacturing facility that is registered by UL to ISO standards. With a focus on durability, sustainability, and energy efficiency, Dekra stone-coated steel panels offer an alternative to traditional roofing products. Dekra panel vents and ridge vent material reduce energy consumption. Dekra products have a long life cycle and a lower life cycle cost than most traditional products, even those that cost less up front. Each Dekra panel contains recycled steel and is 100% recyclable at the end of life. A stone-coated steel roof can be installed over an existing roof, keeping the old materials out of landfills. Dekra panels are easy to use with solar and rain catchment systems. There are no petroleum-based products used in the manufacturing process that could contaminate the groundwater.